My colleagues who are now in this broad-based government are talking as if they are coming from some world where, according to them, it is their time to eat. My colleagues tell me that they do not give a damn about good governance. Now they are actually in government, and we can go hang. And I've heard my brothers talk about Sifuna was spitting vitriol. Sifuna is not spitting any vitriol, my brother. Sifuna is telling you what you don't want to listen to. He's telling you that out here, the cost of living is high. Out here, corruption has gone beyond any limits. Look at the Kenya human rights record. Look at the way we've been behaving. Look at the way National Assembly MPs are behaving. I can tell you today, go to the National Assembly and see how many people are attending committee meetings and how many are attending the National Assembly. Everybody's traveled out of the country. Billions of shillings. People are just traveling. It's a fact.
And the offices are locked up.
It's a fact. We are not able to pay rent. We can't pay Kenya Power electricity. We have a regime. In fact, many of our embassies, I can tell you today, guys are writing information telling us, you know what, yeah, we don't know what to do. We are taking our kids to go and work in Qatar and Saudi Arabia. What is happening? If you see what we are receiving, these kids are going there, the agreements which are signed, there were no bilaterals, they are being put in the airplanes. When you get to those countries, what happens? The food they are eating is pathetic. The housing that they are getting. In other words, we are failing to understand that the purpose of... I did not expect ODM to join the broad-based government with the sole intent and purpose of continuing with the largesse and the exclusivity of flying in helicopters. Now, guys, the Land Cruisers don't matter anymore. We are talking about, I want a government that is responsible. I have no problem with my party leader and the President William Ruto forming a coalition and working together. Please do. That is your political decision. But I want the results, and the results I expect are very simple. A country that is organized, a country that plans. We were supposed to implement the constitution. Have we? No. Have we devolved the function to the county governments? Yes. Have we given the money? No. We have moved from a budget 3 years ago, which was at least at about 2.7 trillion. Now we are at 4.something trillion. When you check where the money is going, money, even what we are borrowing on, supposed to go to development programs, is now on what? Recurrent expenditure. And then you tell me we have a state. We can't even raise capitation money. We are not able to pay county governments on time. Then you tell me I'm just a heckler. So you have, oh God. 3 years ago, I was on this studio. I said these young men will come to the streets. And somebody told me, you're just a heckler. They came. We have said we have bad manners where we are overspending state resources, where we are borrowing like it's the end of the world, where the broad-based government hasn't stopped the bad behavior that we have. So when we are raising these issues, you are referring me to take it to the floor of the House. Boss, I've been on that floor of the House for 24 years. And the games which are taking place there are games which are deliberately designed. And I hear my brother saying, oh, there's no corruption. Kenya is the #2 corrupt country in the world.
By what is the agency?
That is the United Nations body which gave the report last year.
Which year?
I'll give it to you if you want next time. It's available. And I am saying...
So the UN issues...
Yes, they always give an index.
Or it's transparent.
They give an index. Talk about the law, which was supposed to be the conflict of interest law. These are challenges that this country must deliberately seize. And this is what I expect my leadership in ODM to stand for. As Kenyans, we have refused to face those things that are what I call our dirty linen. We've always pushed them to the side. We've always kind of pushed them under the rug and moved on like nothing happened. Truth is, the reasons of all these handshakes are because of, they are actually a consequence of our failed state. This handshake thing has nothing to do with, oh, we want peace, or, you know, peace is going. No, it is the fact that we have refused to accept that we have different arms of government. We have the legislature, we have the judiciary, and we have the executive, which is the presidency. And we as leadership and people who are elected to do those jobs, we have refused to deal. The reason is we are too corrupt. All right, we have money peddled all over Parliament, National Assembly, Senate, everywhere. You have the judiciary where judges are receiving money to make rulings. Some of them don't even understand that we are affecting the very essence and nature of the state called Kenya. And then you have now an issue where the current administration has actually perfected the excellence of doing business around government and public engagements, whether it is SHA, whether it is SHIF, whether it is whatever you want to do. It is not that these things are not worthy. It is not that we are saying that these things have never meant anything. The truth is, look at what has happened every time there has been these handshakes. What has happened? Number one, and I was one of the people during the time before President Ruto and Raila came in with this handshake thing. We were saying, we are not going for handshake, we want good governance. No. The truth and the reality is, after handshakes, corruption has never reduced. Most probably during Kibaki's time was when there was a little bit of tipping because we are all watching each other like dogs. And my argument is the broad-based government. Look at what is happening this morning. Nzoia Sugar has already been sold. The people of Bungoma, they are going crazy. Nobody, there was no public participation, there was no engagement from anybody. Deals are being done. Look at Mumias, look at Chemelil, look at Professor Nyong'o. What is he saying? What Orengo and Nyong'o are talking about is this: the bad behavior that we are supposed to protect Kenyans from a bad government and from our bad behavior of corruption and those deals. What has happened, Ayub? We are now actually camouflaging. We are the ones who are covering the nasty stuff that is being happened, that is taking place in government. But I want the results, and the results I expect are very simple. A country that is organized, a country that plans. We were supposed to implement the constitution. Have we? No. Have we devolved the function to the county governments? Yes. Have we given the money? No. We have moved from a budget 3 years ago, which was at least at about 2.7 trillion. Now we are at 4-point-something trillion. When you check where the money is going, money, even what we are borrowing on, supposed to go to development programs, is now on what? Recurrent expenditure. And then you tell me we have a state. We can't even raise capitation money. We are not able to pay county governments on time. Then you tell me I'm just a heckler. So oh God. Where we are now, the system is deliberately dysfunctional. So I'm saying, yes, you can blame me saying that this is a banana republic, but it's banana republic which abducts its children and kills them. And the president comes out in public and said, I've stopped all the abductions. And that is okay. And I'm comfortable with it, if you think that's okay. But what we are saying is, the state called Kenya deserves better than the treatment we have given it.